Guys, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by again. I'm answering a quick question today. Question was 3 iconic vintage watches, time only, according to me. I mean, everybody's gonna have different opinions. What I was asked for a suggestion, so here goes my suggestion: 3 iconic watches. And like I said, you might have a difference of opinion, but these are the watches I consider to be the most iconic. And I'm doing this video based on price also, and I think these watches are still obtainable at a decent price. Might they go up or down? I don't know. Might they gain in value? I don't know. Might there be a value retention in these watches? I don't know as well. I'm telling you which the 3 iconic watches that I like, that I wouldn't mind if they lose value, or I'd be happy if they gain value. We would all be happy if they gain some sort of value. But that is not the purpose of buying watches, and that is not the purpose of buying the watches I'm going to mention now. So the 3 iconic watches that I would recommend, I would say number 1, the Omega Constellation pie pan right here. Now, you could get them in any variation. You could get them in steel. You could get them in gold. You could get them in gold cap. You could get them in two-tone. You can get them with beads of rice band. You could get them with a leather band. You could get a whole variety. You could get it with the screw down case back. You can get them with the pop-in case back. I mean, they made this watch and just a lot of variation. They made it with date. They made it with no date. I think it's just a very, very versatile watch. To me, it's one of the most iconic vintage watches that you can buy. Price-wise, I could say, I mean, just shop around. Shop around. And all of these watches that I'm going to mention, just make sure they are authentic. Make sure they are not Franken watches. I have seen a lot of watches lately come in that are Franken watches, and they're made of parts. So just make sure the watch is 100% authentic. That's your job right there. Do the homework. Research everything before you buy the watch. And also, if you're buying on eBay, if you're buying on Chrono24, if you're buying on a website, make sure that they have, or they're shipping within your country. For me in the United States, it's very important that I only buy watches that are within the United States. Much easier to ship back. There's going to be no import charge or export charges to send it back. It's you avoid half of the battle if you buy within your country. Believe me, that's a big lesson I learned. Buy within your country. Okay, I'm getting off topic here, guys. Second watch that I am going to recommend: 4-digit Rolex Datejust. You cannot lose with the 1601. They're very versatile as well, like the Constellation. You can get them in steel, you can get them in gold, you can get them in two-tone, you can get them with the original band, you can get them on a strap. There is hundreds of variations with the dial, with the bezel, with with the hands, a tritium, not tritium. I mean, there is a 1601 out there to please everybody and anybody. Believe me, it's one of the most versatile watches. Again, it's a 36mm watch. The Constellation Pipeline is a 36mm watch. All of these watches are going to be 36mm. Well, exception of the last one I'm going to give you. So, Datejust, there is no going wrong with the Datejust. It's an incredible watch, and like I said, you could find them by dozens. They made millions of them, so they're not rare. If somebody tells you this is a rare one, no, it's not rare. They made thousands of them. So again, just make sure they're 100% authentic. Okay, that's another video. Don't ask me on this video, how do I know? I think I've made a few videos on how to authenticate watches. Just go through the list of videos that I've made. Third watch. And this is going to be a surprise to a lot of you. But this is a watch that I think it's very, very elegant, cool, and time-only watch. If I would have been asked for a variation of complications, I would have given other examples. But since I was asked for time-only, my third watch that I'm going to give is this IWC. These are time-only. They're 37.5 millimeters. A lot of people say it's a 36. A lot of people say it's a 38. I've measured them to be 37.5 millimeter. The vast majority of these watches are going to be in 18 karat solid gold. There are some stainless steel watches, and back in the day they were a little bit more expensive, believe it or not, the stainless steel IWCs than these vintage ones. They were a little bit more expensive than the solid gold ones because they're rare. You can't find them that often. Now, I honestly haven't been shopping for one of these. I haven't been asked for one of these in a long time, so I haven't owned one in a long time. I think the last one of these I've owned, it was like about 5 years ago, but it was still an iconic, beautiful. I mean, it filled the wrist very, very nice, and it's one of my recommendations. This has a hand-wound movement. As you all know, the 1601 has a automatic movement, and the Pipeline is going to have an automatic movement. So 2 automatics time only, and this hand-wound movement. Beautiful watches, iconic. In my view, I think the most iconic. Sure, yes, I do, and I like them, and you guys can't go wrong with any of these watches. So guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. And leave your comments down here. Like, subscribe, and put the notifications on. That way you know when a new video comes out. Thank you so much.